Akkam jirtan daawwattoota keenya ana qopheessaa sagantaa tanaa Dameessaa Ahmad qophiin tun qophii sagantaa barcumaati ara keessummaa kabajamtuu qabaannee isinii dhaannee jirra turtii gaarii isinii hawaa nu waliin tura isiniin jenna galatooma akkam Kawsar
nagaa ati hoo
nagaa walaa jira galatoomi afeerraa keenya kabajjii asitti argamuu keetiif hedduusti galatoomi tell us a bit about yourself where were you born etc.
My name was Kawsar and I was born in Kenya and I came to Australia in 1996. So I was quite young and I've basically lived most of my life in Australia, so about 20 years, so yeah.
Have you gone back home ever since you come here?
Unfortunately, I haven't left Australian shores and since I came here, so no, I haven't had the privilege to go back home.
Are you planning to?
Definitely, as soon as possible, yeah. Yeah.
So how many people in your family?
We've got quite a big family. There's 8 of us, and we have a cousin that came from Haramaya. So we've got 9 now. So yeah.
So where are your parents from? You know, which region in Haramaya are they from?
Both of them were born in Haramaya. So yeah.
So growing up here, what are the difficulties that you face within the Western society, being a Muslim woman as well, and also being African?
I think being like an African woman and being a Muslim woman, especially one that wears a hijab, I think there's lots of difficulties that come with that because, we're not privileged. We're not seen as, we're not the typical face of Australia. So yeah, it does make things quite hard. So yeah, that's one of my big challenges over here.
I guess even within the media, you know what I mean, being so much labeled as a terrorist, so you always have to defend yourself. And also the movement in America, Black Lives Matter. Yeah. And you have to, there are the people that are saying, all lives matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like, there's no need for that movement to even take place, because if everyone was treated in the right way and if there was no issue, there will be no such movements, evident,
Yeah.
Are you studying at the moment?
Yeah, I'm currently studying social science and social work at RMIT, and this is my 3rd year.
Enjoying it?
Love it, absolutely love it.
Why did you choose social work?
I chose social work because I see how the system is, and there's a lot of oppressed people, and the structure, and it's just, there's a lot of things that's wrong with the system, and I always say, like, why isn't anybody doing something about it? And I thought why don't I do something about it, So that's why I got involved and why I chose to study this course, because I want to live my life doing my part in helping oppressed people. Yeah.
You have a big family. Your brother he plays soccer, right?
Yeah.
He's going to America. Have you heard from him? Is it the first time he's gone to America?
He's the first one in our family to leave Australia since we came here, so it's a pretty big thing. Yeah. And he seems like he's having the time of his life, enjoying the beautiful weather in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And hopefully he better come back home with the cup, or else I'm not going to welcome him.
Yeah. So within your community, what are some of the things that needs to be done in order to increase youth participation?
What we need to do is we need to just get involved, come together and form like a youth association or something. Because I find that in the Watermore community in Melbourne, we used to do so much back in the days. I remember when I was younger, and like as I grew up, I found that we became bigger as a community and we sort of went our own ways and split apart, and there's not much activity going on. And I feel that the youth need to just take initiative and come together and do what we can do with our talents, because I believe we have so much talent, we're big in numbers, and we have so much potential. So yeah, all we have to do is just come together and express our ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a sense of friction within the community, and in order to diffuse that, the youth needs to come together and create a platform for themselves, not wait for someone else to create that platform.
Exactly. I agree with that. Like I used to just get involved. I used to just wait for someone to organize something and get involved, and I used to be like, why isn't anyone doing something? And like, why aren't I doing something? So yeah, I hope to get more involved and do more for the community and give back.
When the community holds a meeting, does the youth have a platform to get their point of view across? Is there such structure within your community that allows them to have an opinion on whatever decision, whatever matter is being discussed?
I feel like generally we don't. I feel like it's more like the elders and the older generation who create the events, who have opinions, who who have things going. It's more of an authority thing. But like I feel like now we do have the opportunity, and I think we have the potential, as long as we stop depending on them. I feel that we need to stop depending on the elders and do something ourselves.
Even like, you know, within our culture, you all even on the media and stuff like that, you only get the perspective of males. Even within the media, the Oromo media, you get the male's narrative of the issues that they face, or they get their perspective. You know what I mean? You never hear many females talking about their struggles and what they went through. You know what I mean? You know, how do you reckon we could shift that, and for it to be an even playing ground for everyone to get their point of view across?
I think the best thing about living in today's time and in this society is that women have the potential to express themselves and have a voice. So all we require is for women to just go out there and just express yourselves. Don't be afraid and hold it down for the women. You know what I mean?
When are you planning to go back home? Is that in the near future, or?
I plan to go at the end of next year when I graduate. I wanted to go this year, but you know, I've got like uni commitments and stuff. So hopefully at the end of next year, I would love to go back home. I feel homesick and I haven't even been home. So yeah, I need to go home. I feel like that's the one thing that's missing from me. Like, it's just something everyone needs to do, and it's so like overdue, you know?
You need to go home and touch the soil.
Yeah, you see what it's like, yeah.
Just in terms of social media and stuff like that, you know, especially there's the Oromo Connect on Snapchat. What do you think that is doing for the Oromo community, especially the youth?
I think Oromos Connect and platforms like that are really amazing and so useful, because like it just brings the youth together, and it gives you a sense of pride and a sense of like, look at all these people who identify as Oromo, and it just makes you so proud, and it just reminds you of your culture, and it motivates you to learn more about your culture. Not only that, you get to actually meet all these like awesome Oromo people from around the world, which is amazing. Like, I've made so many friends just from like interacting with them on like Instagram, Oromos Connect, so like many different groups. So I think they're so good. They serve so many different purposes. So yeah, it's definitely to connect, to bring a sense of pride, and you know, just to motivate you to be like, to learn more about your culture and be proud and get involved. I think the more you get it, like you engage with Oromos on online, the more you want to do offline. You know, the more you want to get involved, basically. Yeah.
Especially in America, they go off.
Yeah, right? And I'm like, we in Melbourne, we need to match that. We need to do better.
Exactly,
you know?
most definitely.
And I feel like we have the numbers over here. We have the numbers. We've got the talents. We've got the potential over here. So Melbourne, we're going to do great things.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So is there any other platform like Oromo Connect that you're part of that is connecting the youth together?
Generally, I just connect with them on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. Like, ever since the protests broke out, all these Oromos, we've been following each other and like you know, making friendships and all that stuff. And recently, a couple of months ago, I joined an Oromo youth leadership group that has like Oromo youth associations from around the world, and we just sort of keep each other like up in what we're doing, and that really motivated me to establish one here in Melbourne, because I'm like, look at what they're doing. Some of these Oromos are in small communities in states where like there's not many Oromos, and they're achieving so much. What can we do, you know?
And also, you've been a part of a community-initiated leadership program organized by in cooperation with Australian Multicultural Foundation. How was that?
That was such an amazing and like important experience for me and the other 11 people that went with me. I found it so good because it was able to challenge us, and it like made us aware of how to like solve conflicts, how to become a good leader, what it takes to become a good leader. And I felt that everyone needs that. Anyone who wants to be a leader in any community needs that, and I'm so privileged to be a part of that, because I feel that I can take that with me when I get involved in the Oromo community. So yeah, it was really important. It was really useful. It was success. Yeah.
Was that a one-time off initiative, or is that an ongoing thing?
The good thing about that youth camp was that it wasn't something where you just go there and you go home and then you just move on with your life. It's something that they gave us tasks, and we're going to be held accountable for it, which is so good. I want to be held accountable. I want to be, you know, given a deadline, you know, to do things. So we've all got tasks, we've all got things to do, and we're going to come back and we're going to make sure that we live up to those tasks. So yeah.
So what is your task? What are your tasks?
One of my tasks was helping revive or recreate an Oromo youth association here in Melbourne. So yeah, that's one of our biggest tasks, and getting that going. So yeah.
Something that's consistent, and it doesn't, obviously within the community there's not much going on right now, and I think it's that the youth are missing from that. So if the youth are included, then we can organize on a weekly basis events for us to get together and have a dialogue, and check in with one another.
Yeah, I agree. So just what we need to do first is just get together, as you said, and so once we establish that that unity, that strength, we come together, then we can
do big things.
Yeah, do big things. I swear. Yeah.
Anyways, let's have some fun right now, okay? All the intense stuff outside right now. We could talk about the world all day, it never finishes. But so who is your all-time favorite Oromo singer?
Oh, I really don't like that question because there are too many good artists. You know what I mean?
Who are? You can choose more.
If I could say one artist that I think me and everyone grew up with was Ali Birra. Everyone loves our classic Oromo Michael Jackson, Ali Birra. So I'd have to pick Ali Birra.
So can you, which song of Ali Birra's?
Oh, so many. I like his 1990s classics. So like so Sin Barbada and all them. So that whole album. I had I grew up listening to that album. So yeah.
Can you give us a bit of a demo of your favorite song if you know the lyrics of this?
No, I'm sorry.
Nah, all good. Nah, no dramas. So okay. Name three animals in Oromo.
Okay. Lencha. Iransa.
Yeah.
Wait, Keramsa and then Keransa and Harre, because you know why? When I was young, my Oromo name was Hire, and my siblings used to tease me and they used to call me Harre. So,
Okay, that's cool. So name three influential people within the Oromo community, whether it be past or present.
I think one right now that's doing a lot for the community is Bekele Gerba, who's currently in prison. I've been listening to his interviews, and he's such a good activist, and I'm so grateful for what he's done. Another one is the singer Saliha Sami. She's more than a singer. Like what she does for the community and how she went back home and she went to Raya and she went and revived our culture and all that. I found that so important. I think Saliha Sami as well, and those two if I were to pick two.
So what do you reckon needs to be done within the community within Australia in terms of doing more for people back home that are struggling, or even though the process is still going on, people are still getting persecuted and being killed and stuff like that. What do you think needs to be done? Can the community do more? Yeah,
of course we could do more. I think one easy place to start is social media. I think we should come together and raise awareness on a regular basis. I feel like we're not doing enough of that. There was a time when we were back in December and stuff, but now it's sort of died out. I think we should create more hashtags, do more, post more, raise more awareness and stuff like that, and I think we should go beyond the protest. We should talk about why we identify as Oromos, why we don't identify as Ethiopian, and sort of bring the history out and create more understanding, because a lot of the tension are because of misunderstandings, and a lot of people still don't know why Oromos are protesting. They still don't understand why we identify as an Oromo, so I think we need to do basically a history lesson or something like that online. I think that would even be useful for the community, even for ourselves.
So for the young that are within the Western society that are growing up, what are some of the messages you'll have for them in terms of trying to find themselves or trying to belong?
I would say be proud, learn about your culture, learn about your history. I found that learning about my history was the most important thing in me becoming a proud Oromo. The more you learn about your history and your culture, the more proud you become, and the more in love you are with being an Oromo. So I would advise them. So I would say talk to your parents. I think that's the really great place to start. Talk to your parents, ask them what they did back at home, their struggles, why they identify as Oromo. Go and read books. There's a lot of books out there about our history, so things like that. Just go and watch music videos on YouTube and stuff. Our culture is amazing. It's so rich. It's so big. We've got so many different tribes and so many different dances, so many different cultural clothes. Learn about it and you'll definitely fall in love with being an Oromo. Who's not proud to be an Oromo? Who, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, to you as an individual, what does Tokuma mean to you?
Tokuma means like everybody coming together regardless of tribes, regardless of religion, and it goes deeper than that, regardless of differences in lifestyle, regardless of like, you know, what people choose to do with your life, coming together and trying to attain that main goal. And I think for me, that is liberation, you know, freedom, you know. So Tokuma means just working together to get that, to try and achieve that, you know, and having that love for each other because we're Oromo, you know. We didn't choose to be Oromo, we were born like that. So you should love your Oromo brothers and sisters like because of that, you know. Yeah.
Most definitely. That's amazing. Thank you for coming to Barcuma and having a talk with us. We appreciate you coming in. And I'll give you the platform if there's any last messages you would like to say to our viewers and stuff like that. I'll give you the platform to do so. But apart from that, thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it and I enjoyed having a discussion with you.
Galatoma daawwattoota keenya nu hordofuu keessanii fi sagantaan teenya arra sirra raawwatte hanga torbee biraa walitti deebinuu nagaan turaa isiniin jenna. Ammoo osoo hin deemne seensota kaan isinii qaba. Oromoon akka jettu arba madaa fayyisuun nama dhibaa jaan. Mee maal isin fakkaatti? Komentii jala nu ibsaa. Galatoomaa turtii gaarii isiniif hawwaa nagatti isiniin jenna.